All right, so the last tip that I want to talk about with Will here is just the idea of capturing the details of the event, especially for weddings. We put so much time, effort, and money into decorating our wedding, for the flowers, for just all of the details. So when do you capture these details? Any advice for setting them up, getting a nice shot? I mean, obviously we'll show pictures of this, but you have, our rings, a ring box, flowers. I mean, I know how you do it, but like, how do you go about getting this shot when the rings aren't just sitting there?
Sure, and we can throw this shot up maybe on the thing, but I tend to go and I start with the very little details while they're preparing and while people are getting ready. Mm-hmm. So the rings is like a classic shot, right? So I think having a shot list and knowing what you're gonna do is super helpful. One of them is the ring shot, so go get the rings from people, go find a window and just set them aside, and you can look up how people shoot them. Take a look at this shot. I was shooting, I did not shoot the macro lens, although I wish I had it on this one, but I zoomed in through a really big open f-stop at like a 2 so that there was some fall off, and then just shot them near a window. And then often with different weddings, there are little trinkets that you should kind of find out. Like you guys had a box specifically for the rings. There's been other places where there's other rings. There's specialty, like corsages, there's specialty napkins, there's specialty everything for that wedding. So trying to capture that is a really good idea. The dress, the details of the dress, I hang it up. You can take a look at Isabel's dress here. I tried to get specific details, and it looks great. And I think having a macro lens is super helpful also. Mm-hmm. And then in addition to the dress, I think for you, I also shot like your bow tie here, getting that specific little detail of what the groom is wearing is also something you should do that I think people forget about.
Yeah.
But like
cufflinks.
Yeah, I had another couple who actually put lyrics on the cufflinks and she gave it to him before the wedding. So like I took a shot of that. Little details like that are really great. And then once they're done getting ready, you got all that. Going to the reception if you have time after the ceremony and just getting little things there, because there's place settings, there's name settings, there's signs. All those little things in your downtime to test also your settings is super crucial and great.
I mean, and that's tough if you're shooting the wedding by yourself and you're going from the ceremony to maybe taking photos of the couple right after the ceremony before the reception. But ideally, you're able to get into the reception before all the people to shoot that stuff, because the reception can get super messy really quick with all the people, and it's nice to jump in there before people are there. I mean, even before the wedding, if you have time before the event starts. If it's in the same location, you can pop in there and get your detail shots as well.
And also the bouquets, the flowers, all that stuff. And you don't need to just be macro and close up. I think I went to I don't know if I did it at yours, but there are some places where just shoot a wide of the place before anyone can get in there.
Yeah.
And like just for record keeping. Like it doesn't need to be the most beautiful photo of all time, but I think it's nice that you can see that towards the end.
Yeah, I love it. As the person that got married that day, just being able to see all the details and remember where we were and what the restaurant looked like for the reception.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll be sharing a lot of these photos, but cool details. I mean, one of the best things to do is just to look at other photographers. See, a lot of wedding photographers will put up literally all their photos or all their best photos from the day. And so look and see what other wedding photographers are doing and make sure that you're trying to capture all those photos. I mean, you mentioned kind of a list: the rings, the bouquet, something for the men, the dress, and it might be worthwhile writing those things down and having a list on the day of to help you get all those shots.
Especially you can reference back, put it on your phone, make a little note, put it in your camera bag just to reference.
Cool. Well, awesome, Will. These were some great tips, and hopefully diving in a little deeper helped you watching this to understand a little bit more about how Will goes about shooting weddings. If you have any questions, let us know and we'll be happy to help out.